You probably know me. You probably might have not known me, but I'm an audio engineer and with a good number of experience. And today I'm just going to be talking about the importance of an audio engineer in every day. So let's move further. So now, when dealing with an audio engineer, you must be conscious that an audio engineer helps to make sure that you, for example, if you are an audience without knowing anything. Now, how an audio engineer comes to play is that first, you getting into that space is that they help to deploy a set of system that makes it comfortable for you to be able to sit in that audience, in that space, and listen effectively without having to strain your ears or be uncomfortable about what the speaker is saying, right? So what we are conscious of is that we help to manipulate sound wave and translate it into a proper medium so that you can perceive whatsoever is communicated by the intended speaker comfortably. So now this takes me to the next point. Now, audio engineers helps to make sure that everything we do is actually very, very, very. When we are talking about audio in its sense, we're not just talking about sophisticated gadgets. No, we are not. We're not talking about sophisticated gadgets. No. We're talking about an experience. We're talking about an experience that we help you perceive properly. So we're not talking about a terrible experience. No, we're talking about a reasonable experience that that makes it um comfortable for you in a space. So that's what we are talking about. We are talking about a comfortable experience. So now, when we talk about this set of experiences, we're talking about it in such a way that it makes it it makes it comfortable for you, right? It makes it comfortable for you. And this is what now let's take a look at doctors, for example. Now, why you know doctors is because of the sell and experience, which is good health, or let's say long life. They can't promise long life, but they promise good health and all. So now, what we as audio engineers promise or the experience we sell to is comfortable hearing, right? Comfortable hearing. And so when we are talking about this, we're talking about an impact that is made to your ears that makes you want to ever listen to that speaker, right? The so-called speaker you were either standing in front of or sitting. I think most preferably sitting in front of. So now, when we deploy a system, what we are doing is that we are deploying a system to suit you as the audience. We're not trying to suit ourselves because the the goal or the role of an audio engineer in every acoustic space or in any acoustic environment is not to make sure that we are suiting ourselves, right? We are trying to create an atmospheric condition that is suitable for you as the audience. So I want you to pay attention to that because of that is what we do. That is what we do. That is what I do. That's what I do. So, and same thing that goes to great audio engineers out there. We are not conscious of ourselves. We are conscious of making the experience for you tangible, welcoming, and unforgettable. That's what we are trying to do. and that is what we do always. So when you are seated there, when you are seated there and you are able to listen to me confidently, okay, I'm the speaker, yes, and I'm the one speaking to you. You're able to listen to me confidently. It is because of we created an experience that is comfortable for you to listen via the line set of speakers, right? So, for example, in a worship gathering, um, when we when we deploy system for a worship gathering and all, we are paying attention to you. We have you in mind. We have you in mind. We are not just trying to sell out some set of speakers, microphones, or whatever. No, that's not what we're selling to you. We're selling an experience that by the time you are seated in that acoustic space, you are comfortable beyond enjoying God's presence, beyond listening to the renowned chorister, minstrel, pastor, we are selling an experience that you will be comfortable whilst listening. So we deal much more with your auditory perception. So which means that you know that whatever happens to you starts from either your eyes or your ears, right? That's and probably your nose or not, but your ears, you have to hear them. You understand? So what we are doing is that we are selling an experience that you have to hear something right for your life to be transformed. You understand what I'm saying? I want to believe you understand what I'm saying. So that is the experience I'm selling to you as an audience and when I deploy a system. So when I'm deploying a system in your gathering, I am selling an experience that makes it makes it favorable for you as the intended audience. So what I'm doing is that even in a worship garden, I'm making sure that this system is deployed so that when this audience is sitting at the gallery, at the balcony, whatsoever, they are listening to the intended speaker comfortably without having to struggle so that they can receive their intended miracles, word, or whatsoever they need in that space. Do you understand? So we are working together to make sure that you are satisfied and you are comfortable. I want you to be conscious of that. So now, why audio engineer? Why should they be involved? They should be involved because they help you get that intended experience. Trust me, trust me. They help you get that intended experience, and so that's why I've come to uh, make us understand that we are not trying to sell gadgets. No, we are not doing that. We're trying to sell an experience that makes you comfortable, makes you comfortable. Do you understand? So that's what we are doing. That's what we do for you. That's what we do with you always. That's what we do with you always. So now, how do we make this work? How do we make this work? And so that's why at times we have a set of team that make this possible, makes this possible. And so when we are doing this, we make sure that we are involved around a team that makes this possible for you, for you. So if you have questions, you can drop them as we progress. So now we are just like that. I remember that I'm staying much more on the experience that we are selling, we are selling to you. We are not just trying to sell. No, 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 no. Because I remember that when I started off, or before I knew anything about audio engineering, I I was yes alien to the field and all, and I always saw audio engineers as people that carry speakers or whatsoever, and so I had to change the the notion. Yeah, how did I change the notion? I I changed that when I joined the team. And so I know that most people also might also have that notion, but I'm here to actually help you have a better notion. Yeah, that's what I'm here. That's what my content does and all. We're here to help you have a better notion that we are here to help you. We're here to help you perceive properly. So when it comes to audio engineering as a whole, we, we are paying attention to this part for you. Imagine being in a place and you are there and you can't hear the intended speaker or supposed speaker. For example, you are in a conference and you can't hear the speaker. What do you think? You start shouting, no sound, no sound, and all. So imagine having to be in a space or in a conference for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours and you are comfortable with the sound all through. That's an experience that was sold to you. What's that experience? You know the experience, you can drop it in the comment. That experience is good sound, as you people always say it, right? It's good sound. So today we're just talking about audio. Why audio? Why should audio be emphasized on? Why should good audio be emphasized on? Why is there anything called audio engineering? Why? Like why? Like why? Why is there anything of such? Why is there anything of such? So this is very, very important because um, we we help to pay attention to the major parts. So it is very, very, very important. It's very, very important. So now I'm just going to be going to the next set of parts and what we do. And so as an audio practitioner, what we are paying attention to um, is good music, good auditory perception. So we want our audience to perceive whatsoever we do well, not even us now. Remember, I stated that whatsoever we're doing is not about us, it's about you. We always have you in mind. When we are deploying a system, we check, okay, why should we place a speaker here? Why should we not place it here? And all. So we always have you in mind. And I'm saying this to buttress the fact that we are very much important in whatsoever you are doing. Because come to think of it, the only reason you are hearing me now is because I know the engineer works with the particular phone brand. Are you aware? Yes, he did work with the particular phone brand to calibrate the speaker of your phone. Yeah, okay, aware. Okay, aware. So that's what he did. He worked with the phone brand to calibrate the speaker on your phone and made sure that that speaker works perfectly to suit every intended ways. You understand it? Can you see how important it is across all this? You get it now, right? You get it now. So that is how that's how it is. You get it, Abby? So that's basically it. So we are creating that experience for you, and we are beyond technicians. We are solution provider. We are value creators. We are value creators, and so that's what we do. That's what we do. And I want you to see it and see us like that. So when you approach, or you're approaching from the perspective that these people, this set of people are value creators, solution providers. Do you get what I'm saying? So we are approaching from that perspective. They are not just technicians, no. They are the reason I can really hear, or let's use it. They are the reason I'm in this audience. I'm amidst this audience to listen to what the speaker will be saying. Do you get it now? So when we talk about audience, and you know that they actually deal with your ears the same way doctors deal with um in making sure. Now doctors are in the, like, for probably in the parts where we have to deal with, okay, the mistakes that you've made while you are in a space and you have damages. Now, audio engineer prevents you from having damages. So, a good audio engineer makes sure that while you are in a space, you are receiving the proper sound pressure level. That is, you are being exposed to the proper sound pressure level, and you are not affected. You are not affected. Can you see it? Can you see it? So, value is also to be placed on the audio engineer, because come to think of it, I've given a scenario that the reason you can listen to people now, our president speaks, and the reason you can listen to him is because an audio engineer is involved. You get it? So it's because an audio engineer is involved. An audio engineer made sure that the microphone is being translated properly so that you can also listen wherever you are. Do you get it now? Do you get it? So that's how important they are across all medium. Do you get it now? Do you get it? And so this takes me to my next part, which is how, okay, she also be saying they should be valued. How should they be valued? They should be valued by approach. So when you are approaching them, you are not approaching them from the technical perspective. You are approaching them from a perspective of solution providers. They are the reason I can listen to the speaker on that stage, on the pulpit properly, without having a threshold shift. Do you get it now? Can you see a difference? I see a difference. So we are selling a particular experience that makes it comfortable for you to sit. Because why you not just at home? Why you not just in your comfortable place of abode and all? We came over and we had to make sure that that place is serene and comfortable via the auditory perception and all. And so because we deal with a whole lot um sound waves, making sure that these things are interpreted properly for you. And so we try to make sure that even the frequencies that are piercing to your ears and make you very uncomfortable. We try to walk around them, manipulating those set of frequencies to suit you. You get so um, it is very very important. So you can see how you can value them. So I'm bringing it to you now that we are, and it should be introduced across our public schools and all. And even from now, we are telling them the importance of this field and why it is very, very needed across whatever we are doing. Do you get it? So I hope that we've been able to understand that this part, and this is my view to audio engineers out there. I know, I know we buy high valued gadgets. I know, but beyond the gadgets, I want you to start placing value on you as an audio practitioner, because trust me, I've been trying to wrap my head around the tools that doctors use, but I can't really check them now. Like I can remember syringe. I'm trying to remember the one they put there. I'm trying to. Why? Because but I know what doctors stand for. I know that they help in treating lives and they're also conscious of their health and all. But for why did I remember that? Why do I remember that? I can remember that because they are placing value on what good health, right? Preventing procedures and all of that. The same thing audio engineers should start doing. If you're an audio engineer, avoid selling sophisticated gadgets alone and sell the experience. One of the experience I've sold out today, or one of the experience I've spoken about today, is the human auditory perception. And so I've made you understand today that it is very, very important that this perception is is okay across board. So which means that you are able to listen properly. You are able to listen properly. And so that's why we are very intentional about the system that is being deployed. Can you see the difference now? Can you see it? So I want us to avoid selling gadgets. Avoid selling gadgets. Rather sell the experience that those gadgets tend to provide. Let's say it again. Rather sell the experience. You're not getting a vehicle because your friend is using. You're getting it because of it is going to solve this problem and create a value so that by the time the intended speaker uses this is speaking, it can do this and this instead of oh because it has 900 faders and all of that. No, it shouldn't be for that. It should be for something more. It should be for something more. And one of the major stuff is the experience. And what is even an experience? An experience is something that when it is left on you, either good or bad experience, it makes you want to ever remember the event that made that happen. So that is an experience. And so when we talk about the good experience, we're talking about an experience that makes you always want to be in that. So why do you think you want to listen to some certain speakers again and again? Because of the experience you had with them. I believe this has made us understood a certain part in this field. So we are sharing an experience, and that experience is that your auditory perception must be amazing. You understand? So thank you for joining me today. See you tomorrow. This is the voice of Seun, so the prophetic audio engineer. Thank you for staying with me. Bye for now.